Neil, a difficult start for a really important game there, but you came on really strong after the interval.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I was playing particularly bad. 3-1. I thought Joe looked brilliant. He's playing really well, very efficient, and just it's one of those situations where you just have to stay calm and try to create a few chances yourself. And so after the interval, he kind of carried on playing the way he was. I think he had a bit of a couple of unfortunate in-offs. But I still had to sort of step in and knock in the long reds to get back into the frame. So I was very happy with that. And I think it was from 3-3, I played two fantastic frames.
We all know that you're practice partners and good friends with Joe. You've already played a couple of times this season at the Scottish and the UK. What is it like playing someone like that who you practice with, who you kind of probably both know ins and outs of each other's game and things?
Well, you think it would give you a good advantage, but I mean, I think it was the first frame. I've left him a long red he never usually ever goes for, where he's got to pot the long red and cannon another red next to it and follow through and come out the table. And he's absolutely nailed it. And I was like, you never go for that. So, I don't know, maybe he led me into a false sense of security there. So, not really. I think that a lot of the players, we see a lot of each other anyway in terms of being on the tour, and you're generally competing against, top players and that all the time anyway. So, the sort of secrets aren't there than what they used to be, 20 odd years ago when we didn't play in many events. But so it just, I don't know, I thought it was just a really good match, really competitive, both really tried to win. I thought that, I really had to sort of win the match. I don't think Joe did too much wrong.
This is obviously a massive tournament in its own right, but it's extra importance for you this week, with having to catch up to try and get in the Players' Championship. And I know he's defending champion. You take a lot of pride sort of walking out as defending champion, so it would be a difficult one to miss out on if you couldn't get in there. Yeah,
it's. I mean, look, it's tough to get into. It's probably just a bit of bad luck, I think, with my timing of I missed a couple of events at the start of the season where we have to wait for Alexander to finish up school before we go away on holiday, and that always sort of clashes with some things. And sort of being unwell in a few events as well hasn't helped that cause. So, but if you look at the events I've played in, my matches won per event is very good. I've made a few semi-finals in the home nations. Just maybe could have converted probably one of those into a win. Played really well in the match today. Showed a lot of fight, and it's what I'm going to have to do. But it's not. I never really sort of look at the updated rankings or am I secure for this. I think that leads you into a strange sort of mindset where you're hoping others sort of lose around you. You just got to sort of grab the bull by its horns and try to just qualify on merit by winning the event. That's all I'm focused on.
And on this week, I remember when you got to the final in 2020, you described walking down into that one table setup as being like Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
He tweeted me good luck as well. Oh, I took a screenshot of that.
He did, yeah. And how much would it mean to try and win here this week, given it's an event you've still not won yet? So.
Yeah, it is. It's an event that I've not won yet, and the motivation is always high whenever I'm here. It's hard to qualify for because generally you've got to win a couple of qualifying games straight after the UK Championship. Not the best sort of way you want to go about sort of qualifying for an event is when you're kind of coming down from the UK Championships or something like that. So it's tough to get here, but once you're here, it's a brilliant venue. It's amazing to play in, hopefully I can have a good run and give myself a great chance of winning.